Welcome back to Heartbook Radio, where we dissect the books that make your heart race. And maybe other things too.
You're already starting, huh? I thought we were easing into the smut today.
Never. We dive headfirst into the climax. Today we're tackling Olivia Wildenstein's House of Burning Frost, the latest installment in the Kingdom of Crow series, or, as I like to call it, 50 Shades of Frostbite.
Oh, here we go. You know, for someone who claims to hate fantasy, you sure do read a lot of it.
It's research, purely professional. Gotta stay on top of the trends.
Right, research? So this book, Fake Engagement, Enemies to Lovers, A Prophecy, it's basically a bingo card of romance tropes, isn't it?
Absolutely. But Wildenstein throws in enough sass and snark to keep it from being totally predictable. Our main character, Isla, is a crow princess who's basically a walking disaster. She calls herself a blunderer.
A blunderer? Is that even a word?
It is now. She's got magic, but she's also got, magical dyslexia. Her spells go sideways, she trips over air. It's endearing, in a please don't let her near anything flammable kind of way. Her tombstone is going to read, and I quote, "Here lies Isla Ribiad, blunderer like no other."
Okay, that's actually pretty funny. So she's the comic relief?
She's the comic relief, the heroine, and the one who's supposed to kill our icy king, Constantine. Awkward first date, right?
Wait, kill him. I thought this was a romance.
It is. It's complicated. There's a prophecy, a conspiracy, and a whole lot of sexual tension. Think Romeo and Juliet, but with more snow and fewer dead teenagers, hopefully.
And Constantine, is he your typical brooding, emotionally unavailable alpha male?
He starts out that way, yeah. He's all stoic and regal, hiding his feelings behind a wall of, well, frost. But apparently he falls for Isla way earlier than she realizes. He's secretly pining while she's busy setting things on fire by accident.
Classic. So it's a slow burn? The kind where you're screaming at the pages, just kiss already?
Oh, absolutely. The reviewers called their chemistry combustible, which given Isla's track record is probably a literal description. One reviewer said, and I quote, "When my latest blunder lands me in the steam chamber of a very naked and very irritable fairy king, I worry the pointy-eared Glazen will dispose of my body under 6 feet of solid ice."
Sounds intense, and also potentially very cold. I hope she packed thermal underwear.
I'm more concerned about the very naked part. We need details.
You're incorrigible. But, okay, let's talk about the world building. Is it any good, or is it just a backdrop for the nakedness?
It's actually pretty impressive. Wildenstein creates this whole icy kingdom, Glace, with its own culture, politics, and a surprisingly large number of characters.
Too many.
Some reviewers thought so. Apparently, keeping track of everyone was like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded. One poor soul complained about a character with 5 different names: Daya, Denaya, Mate, Serpent, Te Tekrete, Cray-Cray. No,
Cray-Cray, seriously?
I'm not making this up. And then they were like, who's her spouse? JJ, sea and air. It's a whole mathematical equation.
Sounds like a headache. I prefer my fantasy characters with one name, preferably something I can pronounce.
Well, you're in luck. There's a sprite named Borat.
You're kidding.
Nope. Reviewers were cackling with delight every time he showed up. I'm picturing a tiny winged Sacha Baron Cohen causing chaos.
Okay, that's unexpected and possibly amazing.
It's the kind of thing that makes this book stand out. It's got the serious romance, the political intrigue, but also these moments of pure, ridiculous humor.
So it's not all doom and gloom and icy stares?
Not at all. One reviewer even compared the mystery plot to a Scooby-Doo mystery, complete with an unmasking at the end. I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids.
Okay, I'm sold. I need to see this Scooby-Doo-esque takedown of a fantasy villain.
But, and this is a big but, Some readers had issues with the modern slang. Apparently, hearing characters say fear of missing out, unalived, and chef's kiss in a fantasy setting was jarring.
Yeah, I can see that. It's like finding a cell phone in a period drama.
Exactly. One reviewer said they were one more fear of missing out, unalive chef's kiss from did not finish.
Ouch. So a word of warning to potential readers, be prepared for some linguistic anachronisms.
But hey, if you can handle a little modern slang, a lot of character names, and a heroine who's a walking fire hazard, you're in for a good time.
And what about the spicy scenes? Are they worth the price of admission?
Let's just say the reviewers were not shy about their appreciation. Lots of mentions of fire and melting and... well, you get the picture. One quote from the book that got a lot of attention. "Are you two ready? I can no longer feel my balls. Ilya," Isolde hisses, "the ones in my eye sockets."
Oh my God, that's terrible and hilarious.
It's the perfect blend of dirty and dumb.
So final verdict? Thumbs up, thumbs down, or somewhere in between?
Thumbs up, definitely. It's a fun, fast-paced read with a great balance of romance, humor, and action. Just be prepared for a few quirks.
And maybe a dictionary of fantasy names.
And a fire extinguisher. You know, just in case.
That's all the time we have for today, folks. Join us next week when we tackle The Dragon's Bride and Her Five. Mom.
We are not calling it that.